Hi Aquarius, welcome to Leo season. Thank you so much for joining me. Right off the bat, you'll notice we're in a different setup for today. London's going through a heat wave, so the office is the coolest place to record today, so I thought I would just record some videos down here, just for a bit of change of atmosphere. Right, important season for you, Leo season. It's got your full moon. This full moon, I think, is going to be a fantastic time for you to just have a really good time. Aquarius, I think this full moon will do you a lot in terms of being able to really look and identify and see things, issues, ghosts coming up from the past that really need to be put away. There's a heavy theme this season to reconnect with self. If you've got any Leo in your chart, you'll know exactly what I mean when I say this season will leave you feeling like ultimately it's you and everything else. So drop whatever doesn't serve you, and I think it isn't going to be as difficult this season because I feel like this has been in running too. You've sort of been going through this emotionally liberating, I want to say, phase of your life that has meant that what didn't work, what shouldn't have worked, wasn't gonna. I think with North Node in Cancer as well, there is a real focus on home, what feels like home. So relationships that didn't quite meet the mark would not necessarily have cut it. So the card that I have for you guys, excuse me, is the Judgment card. So maybe is a time to truly be yourself, okay? Look at what brings you closer to yourself. Think of the things that you enjoy, things that you take joy in doing. Focus on what it is that you truly, really want. The Judgment is calling you to make a decision. It can be about getting organized with your thoughts, could be getting organized with legal matters, etc. But a lot of it is being called to make a choice. And for the most part, when the Judgment comes up, we may or may not necessarily be well equipped enough to make the decision. But I think with Mars going into Leo and Mercury retrograde sort of going back and forth, Leo, Cancer, there's been a lot to say, and expressing yourself, I feel, has not been an issue. So I think walk proudly into your future. You've got a decision to make, and now it's time, and it may well have to do moving into the future. Let's see what else we have for you. I have the Four of Swords, Reflection, almost like the Hermit card of like a bit of escape. We've got here the Ace of Wands also. Okay, with the Judgment card and the with the Judgment card and the Four of Swords, I feel as if you've had plenty of time to ponder over this decision. I don't feel whatever decisions you're taking are going to be of risk to you. If anything, you'll be quite comfortable with the outcome or the decision. Ultimately, I think this decision will allow you to take better care of yourself, your physical needs, your emotional needs, your mental needs. It'll also give you an opportunity to move forward with more of a passionate start, because you will be expressing yourself more authentically. Okay, this is definitely a card of opportunity. I think what decisions you decide to make now, focus on yourself and what makes you feel good, how it makes you feel good. Of course, try and do the best to all parties involved, but I do think there is a strong focus on the self with the Ace of Wands here. I think with the Four of Swords, if you may feel like you need to recalibrate around the time of this full moon, do so. Other than that, Leo season is always a good time to meet friends, have fun, not so much a season of struggling. Ace of Wands. Like, this is a fantastic... Sorry, did I say what deck I'm using? I am using the Nefertari Tarot deck, and it just reminds me of Leo's, because it's like gold-plated, and it's very... It's Egyptian-themed, very flamboyant, a very original deck. So, what else has come out here? I've got here the Two of Wands. Same pretty, really, Aquarius. If you're dealing in some sort of communication issue with an air sign, I think there is a potential of you guys with Mars and Aries just really getting on each other. Be careful not to do that, because with the Two of Wands here, you risk sabotaging a lot of your self-peace. So be quite mindful of how you're coming across. Ultimately, this season, this fire season brings, you know, fixed fire. It brings with it the kind of, the judgment that you make, the results that come from it will be of tangibles, of opportunities that you will find beneficial to your way of being. I want to say don't take risks. It's really not a time for taking risks with the Knight of Swords. If you are perhaps in situations that you shouldn't be, spying, stalking, don't do any of that. It's not a good idea. Two of Wands, there is stuff that you have to lose. Ultimately, the decision works out in a way that will be good for you. Seek the opportunities in this season. Clearing, forgiving, forgetting. Don't hold on and be the Knight of Swords. That's just like mismanaging the energy. I've got here the Empress. Possible pregnancy even. Excuse me. Right, so, could be card of Cancer. It is definitely a fertile time. If you're not looking to get pregnant, be careful around the time of the full moon. With the Empress card, it's abundance. With the Ace of Wands, it's abundance. It's a decision that you have to make this season, that if you are to put away lots of memories that will be flooding back, I think it's time to finally do like that clearing, that solving, that forgiving and forgetting. Walk away proudly into your future. Two of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Empress card. There's a lot here. There really is a lot here, Aquarius, for you to luck out on. It's gonna be a good month. Truly be yourself. Yeah. Do, I think, the forgiving and forgetting thing early on in the month before we get to the full moon. I think use the Leo new moon to clear out all ghosts. That reminiscing, those memories that will come flooding back, just let it be. High Priestess. This year would have taught you a lot of lessons. And I think, Aquarius, if you've got the knowledge to, you know what to do in order to turn it around and transmute it into something that you can work with. And not only just work with, but work with really well. Yeah. So, the Empress and the High Priestess, Ace of Wands. Lots of good stuff, Aquarius. This is like abundance. This is, you know, I will say protect your energy. Don't take risks. Get enough sleep. Get enough rest. Transmute any frustrations into A, new opportunities. B, if you are not looking to get pregnant, be careful around the time of the full moon. But transmute all those memories, those things that need to be put away, relationships that didn't necessarily work. Don't be the Knight of Swords, be this. Okay. Two of Wands. There is ultimately a lot to lose, right? So luck out. And yeah. Have a beautiful Leo season, Aries. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to book a reading, visit rubyreadstarot.com. I shall catch you guys again soon.